Hello, hello, hello. We want to look at Tamriel Reloaded. This is going to be a little combination of trees and a thematic show. This is a theme, Tamriel Reloaded. However, it is also trees. It has trees in it, so we're going to take advantage of that. Now, I am using Tamriel Reloaded HD all-in-one, and it is about 792 megabytes. Now, it contains new terrain texture, new landscapes, cities, ruins, farms, roads, grass, plants, trees. It has texture for grasses, terrains, and trees. It has forts, ruins, the Ratway, caves, and mines. It has a different mountain texture for each hold. Now, let's see. The only thing, does it say anything about what? So the things I found that I know it does not do, let me show you here. Okay, so it does all of these things. Now, however, after reading it, I wonder if it includes interiors. But it includes landscapes and it includes architecture, though maybe not this architecture. Well, I'm having trouble saying that word. I don't usually. Anyway, this retextured architecture, this is a little bit of a merge of Tamriel Reloaded and Tamriel Reloaded Plus, which I'm not familiar with. I have used this mod before. You may recognize it. I like it. However, I wanted to do more of a pure Tamriel Reloaded, so I'm using this mod, which does include the Reloaded architecture, okay? It does include this. It says it includes all of this. Now, the only thing that I just noticed it doesn't say it includes is it does not say it includes, oh yes it does, it says new interior textures. So it does include interiors, rocks, mountains, grass, trees. It includes, now it does not include immersive roads, which was done by ported by Stone Spiral Gaming, made by the same author, and they say that they recommend using it with Tamriel Reloaded. So that's what I did. I said, okay, let's use it with this. Now, what else? There's one other thing. Now, it includes all of these towns and the farmhouses. Oh, and then there is the LOD. The Detailed Terrain LOD, Tamriel Reloaded. Now, this was ported by Skyfall and created by Delizio. So I am going to be using this LOD along with the other Tamriel Reloaded all-in-one and Immersive Roads. And this should include everything. The only thing it won't include is some little extras from this architecture pack, but it will include everything from this architecture pack. I know it's a lot to look at and to think about, but I was going through and making sure, and as near as I can tell, this will be a complete theme. Now, it's going to include all these trees. So we're going to take some time to look at those trees. I have looked at this mod by itself before. And the trees were interesting. The trees were good. However, I think it may look a little better when it's all wrapped up in the same theme and everything is kind of thematically cohesive. How's that? Cohesive. So it all kind of goes together. So those are the mods. And I know these theme shows are something new, and this may be a little rough, but those are the mods we're going to look at. I'm going to go and get us in the game with a new person, a new game, and it's just going to be a very quick thing. This does not affect your character or anything like that, so I'm not going to worry about it. And we're going to go in and we're going to look around Skyrim. We're just going to take a look at some different things and give you a chance to see hopefully enough of each hold that you can tell if you like it, okay? All right, so I will see you in the game in a minute. All right, I'm back for a moment. I forgot to show you how I put this in my load order. Now, this is our show load order. This is not our normal plain load order, but nonetheless, I kept these these are just some basic core mods that I'm using. But here, I just brought in Tamriel Reloaded, the LOD mod, Immersive Roads, and then I still have my other landscape fixes, my weather, my fogs, my sky stuff, okay? But these are the things that we really wanted to look at, was these, okay? So these are the things we'll be focusing on, is these 3 mods here. Those are the ones that are really going to produce the theme that we're looking at, okay? And I've got them high in my load order after I do basically, you know, my SMM and these little fancy extras, okay? Now, I am still using, just so you'll know, I'm going to scroll down real quickly to the bottom, and I am still using Cathedral Water, because it's one of my favorite little water mods, and I'm still using these cube maps, so they have some effect, some effect or some impact on our reflections and our water, and that kind of thing, okay? So other than that, other than those simple core mods that I do tend to use all the time, these are the 3 main things that we're going to be looking at. Okay? Alright, so now to the game. Alright, so we're here in Whiterun, and just want to give you a chance to see the architecture, the changes here to the textures. We're just going to walk through, let you have a look. Now, you notice the flowers and a lot of things have not changed, but the architecture is different.
Well met, kinsman.
Just give you a quick idea of what everything looks like.
It's not easy being a woman in Skyrim.
Now, this is a new character, and this is a new game. So everything should be nice and pristine. We've not caused any trouble yet. We've not destroyed anything or gotten in trouble with the law. None of that stuff has happened or been affected. So there we go. That is pretty much the way things look here. Now we're going to pop into Dragon's Reach, because sometimes it's nice to see the interior of Dragon's Reach. And a lot of times people like to see that because it usually has its own distinct feel and look to it, more so than some of the other places that we look. Alright, so here we go. I did let that load go because I was pretty sure it was going to be short. This is to give you an idea, though. We'll only look at a few interiors. We won't look at every interior. But it is to give you an idea of what you're going to see in the game. Now, you know, I do use my own fire mod, so you may or may not have that exact appearance. But most of these things are just to let you see how it's going to look, okay? Alright, so now I'm going to take us outside of Whiterun, and we're going to look at out around the stables and stuff. So, be back in a moment.
Denny Crane, eh?
Alright, so we are outside of Whiterun. You notice the normal grumpy guards. But look around at the ground cover here, the landscape, the blended road. I think that looks very nice. We're going to take the standard route instead of my usual jumping down and all that stuff. We're going to walk this way. Just kind of get a look at everything, see what we think of it. I think I like the road here. I think that's pretty nice. Now we can see off the trees over here in the Whiterun Plain, as I call it, the tundra. That's what they say a lot of times. And you can see the trees here that are added by Tamriel Reloaded, and you can see the ground covers. This has its own look and feel. Now, some of these mods you can get in a 2K, but I think for this all-in-one version, I think they're all 1K. Otherwise, I think the mod would be a lot bigger. That doesn't mean it's bad. I'm just letting you know what it is. That's all I'm doing. And then you can make your own decision about whether or not you like it, I really normally don't see that much difference between 2K and 1K. If you do, then definitely, you can do the 2K. And you can get, instead of doing the all-in-one package, you can get these individually, and you can get them in 2K, and that would be a lot bigger. And maybe I should have tried that, but I did not. I went with this route because I thought this was going to be pretty much the same thing. You'll notice the trees here. The trees here look pretty good. They're different. It's not the standard tree that you would see out here. And then these trees look pretty much, I guess, I don't know if they look very different or not. Undecided. But I just wanted to give us a little bit of a walk around here outside. Just get an idea of what everything looks like. Do we like the way it looks? Is the LOD doing enough of a job that everything looks good in the distance? Oh, and we have a dragon. Well, I wasn't expecting this, but this could be fun, I suppose, if you'll land. I have no... Oh, look at that. How convenient. Thank you. Well, there we go. That was just... Couldn't ask for any better than that. Alright. So anyway, for my shows, I'm just taking to wearing the God ring all the time so that we don't have to deal with much. I know that's kind of a cheat, but hey, I'm busy here. We're trying to work here. We'll handle the playing in the other videos. Overall, I think this looks pretty good. I think you're going to have to decide for yourself. There you go. Took care of that. Alright, so let's go look somewhere else. We need to... Was that sound that delayed? Wow, that was strange. Nonetheless, let's go look somewhere else, okay? I'll be back in a moment. Alright, so we are in Solitude, and you see the usual beheading about to happen, but we're going to move on. Just let you look at the buildings, let you see how things look here in town. You can see the ground, the flowers, the grassiness, all that stuff. We're just going to walk through. Just let you get a look around. I think some of this stuff looks really nice. Yeah, now there's not, I don't have any city tree mods going on, okay? So whatever we have is what we have. I tried not to do a lot of extra stuff because I didn't want us to be hung up on other mods. I want us to be able to mainly focus on the Tamriel Reloaded. Now I'm going to do a little trick here. We're going to walk up and we're going to get a good look of what Solitude looks like from up here. I think it looks nice. I think that's a good look. So, just going to walk around a little bit from up here. It gives you a little different view. I do this sometimes to get some pictures and things. Now you'll notice I'm kind of glitching the guards. They can't really move when I do this. They walk in place. Matter of fact, everybody walks in place. But this is just to give you an idea of what things look like. Here, we'll turn that off because I know that's probably driving them crazy. But I think you get a good idea here of what everything looks like. I think occasionally I'm getting small frame drops, so I just want to mention that. It's not anything major, and it could be, like I said, now I'm recording in 4K while we're playing.
I've got weapons for
so it could be that combination is causing very slight, occasional frame drops. But you, without recording and playing, you'll probably be fine.
I'm not interested, Jari. It doesn't matter.
All right, so I'm going to head outside, and we're going to walk around outside a little bit and see what it looks like. All right, when you come out of Solitude, right here,
Head over to
oh my goodness, she's just going to yak at us. Anyway, you get this. This is nice, has its own effect. Depends on what you like, of course, but you should be able to see some of this so that you have an idea of what you're getting. And then down here, we have some of the usual trees and different things of that nature. But I thought that was a little bit of a unique concept of having you walk out like that. Notice that tree bark. Looks pretty good. Now, I didn't run right up with my face on it, but nonetheless, looks pretty good. Now, the mountains and the rocks do matter. All of this should be affected. This road, everything should be affected. Even now, I'm not sure how much these snow pines are affected. I'm just going to say that. But it did mention trees, and it does do a lot with trees. So we're going to assume, or I'm going to assume at least, that all the trees are at least somewhat affected by this mod. We're walking down towards my favorite place, which is Dragon's Bridge. Or Dragon Bridge, sorry. I try to make it like Dragon's Reach. I'll say Dragon's Bridge, but Dragon Bridge. Overall, the rocks, the mountainside looks pretty good. The trees look pretty good. Now we're going to walk up a little bit and look at the, not really trying to pay close attention to the snow, but I do want to see those snowy trees. I think I know what they're going to look like, and I think that's going to be okay. I like the way they've done some trees differently. You'll notice there's definitely different styles of trees here. It's not all just one thing or a couple of things. There's definitely some variety. And when we go out to the reach, you'll see more of that variety as well. Yeah, okay, so these are the Icy Ponds up here. I don't even know if these have been changed from vanilla very much. They look the same. Remember that I am using a different snow mod, so you might see some difference here. But the road and stuff looks a little better. Oh, you guys, you know what?
I don't have time for this foolishness.
I don't have time for this foolishness. There. Now, there's no one that saw our murder. It doesn't count anymore. Okay, there we go. So nonetheless, you get the idea. Now, I have not done anything here. This is the way this snow mod is. I have not done anything to make this snow brighter. Oh, wait, I did use display enhancements, so it might be brighter because of that. But we're really not here to look at the snow. Nonetheless, because display enhancements might be causing a problem, let me just unload everything. We'll just let it remove all effects. But yeah, this bright snow is just bright snow. It has nothing to do with anything I've done because I haven't done anything in this game. Brand new game, haven't done anything to make the snow change. This is just the way it is. Alright, so that's not what's important though. The important thing is, now remember that's its own mod. That's a different mod. So the important thing to note is the trees here are the icy trees, which I like these just fine, and the road here looks good, the landscaping and all that looks fine, okay? Alright, so next when I come back, we're going to go somewhere else. Don't worry about the snow, that's a whole nother mod, and it's not really a part of this show. So, alright, I will see you elsewhere in a moment. Alright, so this is Markarth, ignoring all the hubbub. All the hubbub. Anyway, you can get a good look at things here. You can walk up this way. Just try to get a good view of things. Since it's mainly all stone, you know, there's not a lot of greenery to show. There is some greenery, but not a lot. I'm not going to go into the palace in this case. Just trying to give you an overview, an overall idea of the appearance of things and how it's going to look. And I think this pretty much covers it for the most part. You can see the stonework. You can see how the ground here looks. It looks like an old, town with a bunch of old cement here that's been around water and has some, moss and mildew kind of stuff on it or whatever. Looks pretty good. So we're going to hop outside, and I will see you out there in a minute. Alright, so we're outside of Morcar. And again, we just want to, take our time, take a walk here, maybe look around a little bit. You can see the mountains and see the trees off in the distance there. And we're just going to walk down that way. Notice the grass and the landscape here, the road, the trees there. This is some different ground cover. At least for here, it looks different to me. Watch it be part of the vanilla game and I've just forgotten. That could be. That can happen. Do you see these trees here that they've put in? And these are not bad trees. Look at that. That's pretty cool. They look like big old trees like you might find, and we have little weeping willows, small ones, but still. Nice, good effect. Still have the old, kind of dead looking trees out here. Scraggly looking trees. Okay. Let's just walk this way for a minute. We'll look off around and see what we can see. The junipers look pretty normal. All the scraggly trees look pretty normal. There's a goat. Hello, Mr. Goat. He's the goat. And there's Skyhaven Temple. Right? I think I got that right. Anything else? There's somebody. Hey, that's the Wanderer. Yeah, pretty sure that's him. Anyway, you get the idea. I don't think we need to belabor the point. You can see what it looks like here. And you can take a look at things and see if you like the way this looks or not. Purely up to you. Random skull on the ground. And then I think there's some bad guys in this house, isn't there? Yeah, these are Forsworn people, right? Yeah, she's already pulled her bow. Alright, well anyway, I'm probably going to kill these people, but I will see you elsewhere in a minute. Alright, so we're down here in Falkreath. I'll give you a quick look at the town, just so you can see what it looks like. All the people have come out to greet us since we're here, and I waited till morning time so you could see well. I think it looks nice. I think they did a good job on all this. Has its own look and feel, which I am not opposed to. So yeah, okay, that looks nice. All these things are so subjective. You just have to look and see what you think, and see if you want to have this in your game. So, okay, so all that is nice, okay? Now, don't forget that part of our focus is going to be on trees and the way trees look. I like this overall. I think this is okay, and I like that kind of rough bark texture, which looks pretty good. Reminds me of the pines back home. I'm not sure about this, if there's any difference or not. That looks kind of vanilla. Okay, I went away. I can't go. Let's go back around. Nonetheless, now, don't forget, the mountains are affected. I think they look good. You just need a chance to stop and look around. Stop and smell the roses, right? Okay, so we're going to go back out here and look at the foresty part. Well, actually, look here. That looks pretty good. Now, you know, is it perfect? I guess not, but it looks pretty good. I think it's a nice look and feel of its own. There's some different trees here. It's not all just one tree. So far, I would say overall, this is a good mod. It does a lot of cool things when you pair these up together. I think the road looks good. Is this my perfect tree mod? Probably not. But I do like some of the things they've done, some of the effects they have. I like some of the trees they have. And some of it needs a little work. But those, look at those look pretty good. I think when we get to some other mods, you're going to see some of these same things being borrowed. And like, I like the way they did this. See this? Now you've got like a forest, you've got a road in the forest where you have shade. And this is the way this should look and feel, because this is really what happens a lot of times. So, very nice. Okay. So this has been Fall Creep. Let's move on and go somewhere else. Alright, so we're here at Iverstead. And you can see some of how the little town looks here. Not drastically different than what we saw in Fall Creek, just a small amount. Then we're going to move on. Now, we have not gone inside any ruins or forts, and we're probably going to need to go inside at least something to get a look, see, okay? We'll do that right now. I just wanted us to have a chance to look at the exteriors, the outside of things, see what we think. This is a part of the rift, of course. And you can see the aspens, some are green now, replaced with these green trees, not necessarily aspens. And then, oh my goodness, and then you have those red ones. Mr. Bear, oh, you had to get it, didn't you? There. Give you the spanking you deserve. So anyway, you get the idea. These trees are not exactly aspens necessarily. They have their own look. To them, just like the road has its own look and feel out here. It's a little different, a little more wild and unkempt there. So a little more of that, you know, rough feel. Okay, my sound effects are coming in late. I'm not sure why that is, unless it's because, could be because I'm recording at the same time I'm playing, but that's kind of odd. I don't know if it has anything to do with these mods. I'll just say that. These mods did not say anything about sound. I'm not doing anything with sound. Seriously, I'm not. The bear seemed okay. It seems like it's just the wolves. The bear, his sound seemed appropriate and at the right times. Alright, so this is here near Iverstead in the Rift. So let's go again. Let's go somewhere else. And now we're in Riften. So I just want you to have a chance to look at the different buildings here. I'm going to avoid them all. I know he'll be mad, but I can't help it. Oh, Sapphire, she's so fussy. Anyway, we just want to look around, get a chance to see what the town looks like. It looks pretty good.
I presume you're bothering me for a good reason.
I'm not even talking to you, lady. Moving on. So there's Brynjolf. I'm not talking to you either. Nonetheless, I wanted you to get an idea and be able to see what's what here. I didn't take
If
all
you're
the
looking for a
keys,
handout, you'll want to speak with
so I
Max.
can't just pop through Honeyside like I would want to. So we're going to have to go back out the gate, but that's okay. I just wanted you to have a chance to look around town a little bit.
Don't listen to that talk of a face sculptor.
Oh, I'm getting... Oh, we didn't go down to the Ragged Flagon. You know, maybe we should. Let's go down to the Ratway. That'll give us a chance to go down and look at, basically... the Ratway is basically a cave, you know? So, let's go down that way. Dun, dun, dun. I think there is a stairway up here I like to use. I tend to use the same things all the time, even if it's not especially convenient. But you'll see all this down here. This looks good. Alright. Let me in, let me in. Dun dun dun. So we're going into the Ratway. I think this is going to load really quickly. If it doesn't, I'll snip it out. But we're just going to come in down here and get a look at the interior, and they've got me looking at the ceiling. Okay, well this has its own look and feel. Sometimes these guys don't bother me, so we'll see. This does have a different look and feel to it, doesn't it? Oh, are y'all going to bother me? Very well. I really didn't care to kill you, but I will. Didn't care one way or the other, honestly. I could go with or without. But yeah, okay, so this has its own look and feel. Looks nice. Let's see, I'm going to hop down here. We're not going to spend a lot of time down here. Where's my switch? There we go. I don't know what she's doing. I think she was after me and the skeever. But anyway. Now this room always has its own appeal. Has its own look and feel. And I don't know if they've really changed much here, but it looks pretty good in this version of it. Alright. I'm surprised she hasn't come up here to attack me, but that's okay. I'm just looking, just trying to get a feel for it. It is different. Let's go down into the Ragged Flagon and see what we get. This might take a moment, so I'll be back in a minute. Okay, this is the Ragged Flagon. And overall, looks pretty good. Has its own style.
Stay out of trouble, or there's gonna be trouble.
If you're looking for conversation, the flagon is...
Yeah, I'm not looking to talk to you either, lady. But there you go.
Yeah.
Okay, well this has its own look and its own appeal. I'm sure I cannot go back and get into a lot of other trouble, because the doors are going to be closed to me, etc., etc. So, that's alright. This is their little home away from home with the little beds. That's nice. Okay. I don't want to go out that way. Alright, so basically, I think this is what we wanted to see. I will take us on out of here, and we will go somewhere else. Alright, so we're out here at Windhelm. Now we are outside of Windhelm. Looking off and around the distance here. Just wanted to get an idea of what this would look like. This looks pretty nice. The road, the blended road looks good. Overall, everything looks pretty nice. The ice and everything. too. Though I realize that is a slightly different mod. But if you look at the mountains up here, the mountains look good. The building looks fine. That looks good, like a farm building. Some of the landscape may not be perfect. That may be a combination of mods that's being used. I've yet to see anything that's really exactly 100% perfect. But this looks pretty nice. Definitely does look good. Looks like the miners are coming out to work. So we're going to walk and head in to town.
The best way for us to win the Nord's respect is through hard work.
So I'm just going to walk this way. Walk this way. Yep. Yep, I cannot sing. We won't get into that. Anyway, and we're just going to pop into town. Now this may take a moment to load. I'm going to see if it takes a long time. I'll cut it. Okay, here we're going to get the usual racism confrontation, which you're probably familiar with.
We haven't taken a side because it's not our fight.
We get this all the time.
Hey, maybe the reason these grays
Anyway, we look around here in Windhelm. We can see how things look. I think things look pretty good. Looks a little different, like they're trying to keep the snow off the streets, but, you know, it's a losing battle, which it should be. There should be a lot of snow here, so
I've been a bit out of sorts since
these people are all looking okay and doing okay. Alright, everybody's okay here. Of course, we have some blood and mess. Of course we do. Oh, so Susanna has died already. Yes, unfortunately, she has died already in my game. That was fast. I've never been here before, and she's dead already. Okay, now here is something that I have noticed. This is the only flaw I have seen. Here in Windhelm, there's this patch of ground here. I forgot about this. I did a little pre-testing last night on this. There's this patch of ground here that has no texture. Or it just has this funky green texture. I don't know. Gray, green, olive, take your pick. Anyway, this is the only true flaw I have found with this. Is right here. This is the only real huge flaw, or maybe I should say distinct flaw.
Be on the lookout. The butcher could be around any corner.
Everything else looks fine. That was the only flaw I saw with this. Now, I have not been everywhere in the world, and I've not taken you everywhere in the world, but we've looked around at a lot. And we're really only going to make a couple of more stops. We're going to look at a few more things, and we're going to move on. That's going to be it. Okay? Now, pardon me. I did notice that the guards get stuck here, too. This happened last night as well. I'm not sure why they get stuck there, but they do. You notice they cannot get past that. So, whatever. I'm just mentioning these things. Overall, the mod works. It's very good. It does its job.
Ulfric wants Skyrim for the Nords. He doesn't trust.
It looks good.
It's no secret the Aretino boy is doing something.
So, there you go. I'm going to move us on and take us elsewhere, because we do need to go elsewhere. There's just a few more stops to be made, and we'll be in good shape. So, alright, back in a minute. Alright, so we're here in Winterhold. Just give you a chance to see the buildings here. They look pretty good. Even the broken down buildings look pretty good. And as the road looks good, looks blended pretty much, you know, not a lot of seamage. There's still some seams here and there, but overall, I think they've broken down the seams on a lot of things. We got the icy trees. Now I'm going to do something for us so that we can go over to the college without having to go through her. We're going to walk up this way. I think this looks good. You can get a look at the college from here. Yeah, I think this looks really, really nice. Very good. I'm going to cut through the door here. Poof. There's Ancano and her talking. We're not going to talk to them or interfere with that. But just give you an idea of what things look like here. It did not mention whether or not it truly affected this, but nonetheless, I wanted to show it to you. There's the statue of Azura. And this is what the town looks like from up here. So, looks pretty good. You know, going to depend on you and what you like. Notice I'm kind of glitching them out and they can't move. Okay. But we're going to move on from here anyway. We're going to go somewhere else. So, I just wanted you to be able to see all of this and know what you're getting. Okay? Alright. Alright, one of our last two stops. This is Dawnguard. Or, Dawnstar. I'm sorry. This is Dawnstar. And overall, looks pretty good. Architecture is the same, of course. But just trying to get a look around. See how things look.
Divine sake, Scald. Who do you think we're threatening with our old war wounds? We're not soldiers anymore.
So I think everything looks pretty good. Remember that the rocks, the mountains, should be affected by this mod as well, according to the description. And the trees, these trees look like the usual snowy, icy trees, not the lumpy, clumpy trees. Okay. It's okay. So we got one more stop to make. We're going to go down to Winterhold, and I think I'm going to call it there. So let's head down that way and see what we think.
Go, go, go!
All right. So we're here in Winterhold. Dun dun dun.
It's no use.
And it looks pretty good. These people are complaining as usual. Looks pretty good. A little grassy, a little swampy, a little icy.
Well, aren't you the pretty one? I bet all the men chase after you.
Have you seen my mother? I'm still waiting for her to come home.
Nope, I have not. So we do want to head out to the swamp and see how that's going to look. You can see from here.
Any alchemy supplies, I'll do my best to provide them.
Of course you do. We'll see how everything looks when we get out here. You notice the architecture is the same as in the other locations. You'll see this grass. This grass is pretty good. This looks pretty good. Mixture of grass, weediness, and stuff. A little bit of snowiness mixed in too, I think. Alright, well, this is what it's going to look like. I think that's the vampire cave. Which, matter of fact, we could go in the vampire cave, since we need to do, this is our last real stop for towns and cities and surrounding countryside. So we need to go into a few places, and I think this will be a good place to go into. Since we don't care about the story of the game or the quest, let's just go in and see what's in here. Now, I know we could sneak around, but I'm just not going to bother. We want to get a look around at everything. Oh, this is a spider place. This is not. I thought we were going into the vampire place. Let's just get rid of these spiders. Maybe the vampire place is still in here, but let's just get rid of these guys. so we can continue. You get an idea of what everything looks like here. You might as well get a look at this, because, you know, this will... Oh, yeah, here we go. We are going into the vampire place. Here's the thrall here. We dub thee not id. Ha 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 ha. Anyway, so we're just going to move on. Look at the way this place looks. I am not in the right location, and I know I'm not. I missed a turn. Hold on, let's go back. I'm familiar enough with this place to know that I missed the turn here. Sorry about that.
Well, seems like you have a bit of gold left in your pocket. Never should have come
Never should have come here. Oh, there you go. We are cheating supremely, so I'm not too worried about that. None of this is anything great. We're just going to walk down through the middle of their whole place and look around. I want you to be able to see everything. See how it looks. Everything looks pretty good. There. Let's get the riffraff out of the way. There we go. Okay, now that the riffraff is out of the way for the moment. So this is what your caves will look like. I think this is a pretty good example. I think overall it looks good. Oh, here's somebody. Yep. Alright, I don't think there's much else to see here, because it's really just a cave style of dungeon. Let's go back here for a minute. Yeah, I don't think there's much else to see. It's some loot and stuff, but nothing really amazing. Let's see, we could put, you know what, I was going to say we could put a torch on this situation, but I don't think I have one. This character was made specifically just for this show and this show only, so I did not put a lot of time and effort. No, I don't have any torches. I did not put a lot of effort into giving them things or, you know, setting them up in any way. Nothing like that, so that's alright. You get the idea. We could always take a torch somewhere if we wanted to, but I'm not going to. We're just going to look around. There's somebody. Now you can see how it looks. I don't think you need a lot more light at this moment. I mean, I didn't even give this character a real name. I just called her Tamriel, you know, after the mod we're looking at. Okay. Hey, can we take that torch? No, I cannot take that torch. Well, that's okay. Just looking around. Oh, and this is the way. Like, if you were going to go back out this way, you can. I'm going the wrong way. Here we go. Alright, so we're going to head back out. I'm going to go find, let's see, we need to find a different, maybe a ruin. Yeah, maybe we'll just head up to Bleak Falls real fast and look at a ruin, something like that. And just give you a quick look at the interior in there. And I think that'll pretty much satisfy what we need, okay? Alright, so anyway, I will see you there in a minute. Alright, so we're here at Bleak Falls, Barrow. There was a dragon incident along with the usual bandits, and, well, we had to just take care of it. Nonetheless, looking around here, this looks pretty good, because this is affecting the ruins textures too, and it should affect the interiors. Now we're going to hop in. Now I am still using, if I remember right, no I'm not. I'm not using my door merge, so this is the normal door, okay? We're going to hop in. I think this will load quickly, so I'm going to let it load. Alright, we're going to just deal with this one load, because we want to load into the dungeon, and we want to see how it is. Okay, see this? It looks really nice. To me, this looks good. It looks old and run down and like it's crumbling and falling apart, just like it should. And of course, we're going to have these bandits to deal with. Hello.
Time to end this little...
Yes, it's time to end this. I know. Oh, look at that. Oh, delayed reaction, but we got it. Okay, that was interesting. Nonetheless, you get the idea of what this looks like out here. And this looks very good. I mean, it always looks pretty good, but I mean, it looks very good here. So we're going to come down. We're going to go through a little bit of this dungeon, just enough so that you can see what everything is going to look like. Some of it may not be significantly different, but I think you can get a certain look for it, a certain feel for it. I'm just moving along. I'm not going to go too slow or too fast. Going to get... I don't think we get anything till we get the spider, do we? So let's keep moving. Oh, wait. Oh, if I had my bow, I could kill him before he got to the lever. Oh, got him. Ha 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 ha. I know. Spider, well. I call it well, you can call it fish. Did I say spider? It's snake. Wow. Spiders. I must have spiders on the brain. These need some work. These look pretty bad. I know there's some mods that do a better job of that. This mod doesn't really affect those. Oh. Did I miss the switch? There we go. Ta-da. We're on the loose. Okay. Anyway, you can get a good look for everything here. You can see how everything looks. Let's head down. Have we run in? No, we haven't even found the big spider yet. Oh, you guys. Why do we always have rats? It's always rats. I know they call them skeevers. I don't care. It's still rats. Anyway, you get the idea of what this looks like here. Let's choppy chop through here and get that spider. There we go. Alright. Yes, kill it, kill you. There we go. We'll go ahead and take his stuff real fast. Alright, so we're just busting through. But this is to give you an idea of what everything looks like. I think it looks pretty nice. Now, I don't have any mods, so this is pretty standard, nothing unusual here. Probably going to get a few Draugr, because I'm not even trying to sneak. But I think we've gone probably far enough to show you what it looks like. They're not even waking up. I guess it's because I have muffle on these boots. They're not paying any attention. That's funny. Well, y'all continue sleeping then. Okay, that is unusual. I walked all the way through there, and I do have muffle on these boots though, so that's probably why. It's just unusual. Do I even have flames? I'm not even sure that I know a spell. I would like... I just heard somebody do the bark and the cough. Oh! There they are. Okay, somebody woke up. Alright, anyway, you get the idea. You see how this place looks. And I'm going to head back out of here, and we're going to move on, because we're not really going to play through this whole thing, but you get the idea. I think we're done at this point, actually. So we're going to get out of here and move on, and going to show you the mods again and talk about that. So I will see you out there in a minute.
Open fire! Open fire!
Alright, so this has been the Tamriel Reloaded theme as I tick down here to show you the main three mods being Tamriel Reloaded HD all in one. It is 792 megabytes. The Detailed Terrain LOD, about 245 megabytes. And then the Immersive Roads, about 16 megabytes. So together, these do a lot, from trees to mountains, cities, ruins, farms, roads, interiors, all these different things, okay? So it does a whole lot, including mountains. You have to look at this as a whole and decide if you like it. Now, for the individual pieces, there are individual mods that you can get. I really liked some of these interiors. I thought they were very cool, very well done. I liked some of the grasses. I liked the idea of some of the trees. I'm still going to keep looking. Of course, we're not done with our tree mods. This is a bit of a tree mod, but it's also a lot of other things. But I wanted you to have a chance to see the whole thing as a theme. The way I believe the creator probably intended you to see it is it would affect the whole game, and that you would see all the architecture, all the interior, all the grass, plants, and trees. Now, yes, someone else could do a 2-minute video on this and say, oh, there you go. But I can't do that. I've got to show you as much as I can so that you have a chance to actually see what it looks like, so you know if you want this in your game. Okay, I know this is long. I just have so much to convey and show you that I can't do it in a really tiny, short format. Okay? Alright, so next time I'm going to leave out anything like this. I used this time just so we could see if it looked good. I thought it would look good and help us out. I can't see that it really helped us in our show. So I'm probably going to leave that out next time. I'll do a separate show just on that mod sometime. Okay? But this has been Tamriel Reloaded HD all in one. Really a good mod. It's just going to depend on you if you like it enough to use it, or if you just want to pick certain pieces of the mod that you really like. Like if you don't like the trees, there's other parts of this that were really good. If you don't like the architecture, there's still other parts of this that are really good. You know, it just, you can pick and choose because there's so many different mods for this. And this, I just happened to go with the all-in-one. I thought this would be the better way to go. Okay? All right. So, thanks for watching. Hope you have a wonderful day, and I will catch you later. Woo! I'm Jumping Jack Flash. Woohoo! Come and catch me. Come and catch me. Wah-ha!